G'day, welcome back to another episode of TOGL. Well, in this episode I'm going to attempt to map out some more of the old logging trails that are on our block. So I've just basically worked my way down and got right to the start of one of the tracks. Now what I've been able to do on my phone on Avenza maps is, I might put a better screenshot up than that, but I was able to get a chromatic map which basically removes all vegetation and shows me where all the tracks are. I'm going to use that to navigate around and basically, yeah, just try and confirm where these tracks are and how much clearing they're going to need. So I thought I'd bring you along, we'll go and have a look. Just before we do that though, I will show you exactly where this start point is. You may be able to make out that I am within view of the Blythe River. She's down the bottom there. And this is where this track ends. Mind you, standing right here and looking up there, you would, yeah, pretty much not even know that there was an old road there. So that's where we're going to head up through. But as I said, before we start on this little trek, let me just show you on the computer what I'm talking about with these maps, where I got the maps from and how I was able to get them onto my phone so that I can use them for some navigation. So we'll just check that out now. I'll see you in a minute back here on the track.
Okay, so this is the website called The List, maps.thelist.tas.gov.au. So you can pretty much search out anywhere on here. And what you want to do is go to base maps. And I like to go to this hillshade grey. When I click on that, notice how it just removes everything and just gives you the terrain. So then you can just zoom in on whichever part you want. And then you can also get it to show the borders as well. That's under layers. You just add a layer, go to cadastre layer and boundary lines with accuracy. Add that. And it shows you where all the boundaries of all the different properties are. Then all you need to do is basically just print. So we'll just move that over there. So yeah, all I need to do now is print that and print it as a PDF. By printing it as a PDF, it creates it as a PDF file. I can then import the PDF file into my Avenza, and then I can navigate on it. That's how you get to see all of these fire trails and whatnot that you wouldn't be able to see on a normal map. Let's say, for instance, like your Google Earth type map. You don't see a lot of those tracks. You can kind of see that track in there, but a lot of the time you can't. So anyway, that's how I did it. That's how I got this map to navigate on.
So this is a more open part of the track. And you can see just to the right where there's a bit of a cutout. That's often all that we have as an indication. A lot of new growth. And we've been having some really windy weather lately, which has brought a lot of trees down. So there's a lot of trees over the track as well. It's going to require a lot of cleanup. That's what I want to work out. See, this doesn't even look like a piece of road. The only giveaway is that little bit of a cut along the edge there. More trees down. Just got to pick my way through. You can see here on the phone, sorry about the reflection, I hope it's not too blurry, but this is where we've been tracking along. That's where we are right now, and you can see we're heading along this carved out track. So as I go, it will track me and leave this line. So we're heading up into that direction. This area will need a bit of work. See all this landslip through here. It's all broken. Over there, all broken out. Just need to bulldoze some dirt down in. A bit of a creek. You can hear the water trickling down through there. Gorgeous country though. There you go, you can see the creek over there flowing down. There's some massive man ferns. They call them man ferns here, not tree ferns. I want the size of that one. So we're just coming up over a ridge here. Must have just entered back into reception for a minute. A lot of the block has no reception. Beautiful big trees though. And these are the pink mountain berries. Very prickly bush. They have a seed in that berry, and basically it's just a bit of skin and seed, and to me the skin just tastes a bit like apple skin. They're an edible, but yeah, they don't taste that great. You wouldn't get a lot of sustenance out of them. And we have a lot of places like this where you can see there's all of this really skinny saplings. This is what we call dogwood. All of this. And it's got a very sandpapery leaf. But yeah, they just grow very tall and very thin. They're usually one of the first things to pop up everywhere when ground is cleared and left. Now, check that out. That would have been from possibly the old timers doing the logging a long way back, but that's quite a big tree stump right there. Well, it's not the stump, that's the end of the log. Stump must be over this way somewhere. Stump would be down in there. Big tree. Either that or it just fell down in a storm and previous owner cut it to keep his track clear. No one's been along these tracks for years, not with any machinery anyway. Mitch and I walked it a couple of months ago, some of it, but I just wanted to track it, like map it on the map here. So I will eventually get down here with the tractor and keep clearing all of this, make good roads, and eventually we'll have some quad bikes and stuff, and we can zip up and down these roads here, because end to end the block of land is over 2 kilometers long. So there'll be some nice tracks down through here. This is nice walking though. You can see the extent of the cutouts on this side, quite steep. Quite a lot was cut out because it's a steep slope here. I hope you're enjoying this and not finding it too boring. So we've just dropped over that spur. There's a big fern gully up through there. So much to be exploring. And look at these plants. They're pretty cool. And then I think this big tree here could be a celery top pine. Either that or a sassafras, but I think it could be celery top pine. I need to learn my trees a bit better around here. Keep going. I might go around this way. Ah, yes, the track's heading out this direction. It's fairly slow going. It looks like they started to cut the track up there, but I don't think it goes up there any further. Yeah, might have gone up there just a little bit, but not far. It's just a little bit of a cut on the spur. River's down over the bottom there. We're heading up the road in this direction. I had to stop and take my jumper off, my jacket. It was getting too hot. It's been very windy and cold the last several days, and it's still a bit windy up the top there where the house is, but once you get down into here, where you're sheltered from the wind, once you start walking, yeah, start to get hot very fast. Going uphill again now. Looks like we're following up a ridge line. Again, there's that little cutout along the edge here, indicates I'm back on the path. Okay, I thought I still had a while to go before I would get to where we were coming through from the other end of the block, but we're here. So I chopped all this down with Cody and Kay and Grace several weeks ago, back when the tractor broke, if you remember. This is up the end. So I've now walked right through that track. I'll continue to walk it and map it because I want that map on my phone. Once that map's on my phone, I can actually get it to tell me how long the distance is, the track, and a whole heap of other information as well. So that's really good. Yeah, this is right where the tractor broke, and we had to come back to it and fix it up to get it home. It was parked just in this clearing here. So it should be a nice easy walk from here. So that'll be good. There are a couple of other side tracks that I want to mark off as well though. So I'll continue to get them plotted on this map as well. Make a good campground, this area. Here's another one of those trees which I believe could be a celery top pine. Almost looks like a big Christmas tree. It's got fairly distinctive leaves on it. So yeah, if anyone knows, drop me a comment and let me know. Every now and then we come across piles of rubbish, but also these little bottle piles. You can see like that one's quite a unique shaped bottle, and then you've got some beautiful blue glass there. Another interesting shaped bottle there. I'm sure there'd be some pretty old bottles around. Yeah. This is as far as we got with this track, clearing it off, and when we looked further it really looked like there wasn't much of a track in there. And if you have a look on the map there as well, if you can see that, I don't know how clear that's coming out, but yeah, kind of the track just disappears. We'll probably push a bit more of a track down the spur towards the river, but yeah. So I will backtrack now and we will head out and get over to those other tracks that you can see over on the left there. I'm just coming up a new little side track that I haven't been up before, and I never really noticed it either until I looked at that chromatic map, I call it chromatic map. And yeah, just happened to glance across, noticed this. Looks like part of an old car. Like an old, maybe an old car chassis or something. Not much left. Not the chassis, it looks like it's part of the cab, if that's what it is, but definitely looks like it. Hey, make a really good home for something, I guess, a little animal, but definitely definitely the cab of a very old car. Well, that's pretty interesting. Amazing what we'll find. I'm sure there's still lots more to be found on this block yet too. We'll just keep on exploring. Just walking through this other little clearing, and I can see there's a few bottles over in there, a bit of rubbish and stuff. But I did notice this sitting here. It's a fully intact little glass bowl. It's really cool. It's got like gold trim on it. Cool. And then from where this bowl and that rubbish is, I just looked around over here and there's another little pile over here. Old beer cans, old bottles. So, quite a large bottle there. A long wine bottle, little jar. Bogue's draft. There's some more bottles up there, a few other bits of rubbish. Just there's little rubbish dumps everywhere. I mean, it's not good to have all this rubbish in the bush. Once I've got the tracks cleared through though, I will come through, I will clean all this up. Wherever we find this rubbish, I'll pick it up, take it away. Most of it will just end up in the bin. Some of it though, I'm sure there are some probably very interesting little artifacts that we'll keep. But yeah, I want to clean all of this rubbish up. And I just found another much larger pile of rubbish. That stretches from right up the back there. Also there's buckets and plastic and bottles. This looks like an old engine. Maybe, oh, that looks like it's part of a wheel, like a rim. Suspension, so there's obviously like a car wreck down in there. There's a, well, might be a car, might be a tractor. There's a big tractor tyre. And other different bottles and rubbish. Some of this stuff's fairly new on the scheme of things. I mean, there's an impulse can. You know, that's not going to be 50 years old or nothing like that. That's probably only just a couple of years old. A little jar. We've only owned this place for a couple of years, so obviously people have been dumping here for quite some time. Bit of metal pipe there. An old shoe. There's just stuff scattered everywhere through here. Really need to do a big clean up day. Just get down in here and clean all of this rubbish up. So that looks like one of the old IXL jar jams. Jam jars. So yeah, there's everything scattered through here. Maybe an old pot or something there. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, time to keep plotting some more tracks. Well, it's getting on a bit. and I've mapped a track that's probably 3/4 of the length of the block. But down at this end I'm actually going to cut out to the road and then head back home. There's a lot more tracks around here to be mapped out, so I look forward to that. A lot of work, it'll take a long time, but it'll be cool when it's all done. And eventually, you know, we'll let the public come and enjoy this, come and explore, come and camp, whatever they feel like doing. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up here for this week. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Battery ran out on the GoPro. Always the way, just as I was going to do my wrap up. So as I was saying, I'm going to wrap up the video here. It's getting on a bit. I need to get home, and I've mapped a fair bit of this track already today. So yeah. So not sure what I'll be bringing you next week, but until then, stay safe and take care. Have yourselves a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Cheers.